Yes, yes. Welcome, people. This is CC Sports Lab, and you're watching Reggae Boyz Community Live. Yes, big up Grimy family. Check in, people. Remember to check in. We're live right now. This is a recap of the Concacaf Nations League, right? Recap of the Concacaf Nations League for Jamaica that took place recently. So the link is in the comment section, people. So you can get ready to join the stream, right? So what we are going to discuss, quite a few things. First, we're looking at the game against Cuba, and then we're also looking at the game against Honduras, right? So some of the key things in the game against Cuba. So I'll just pull it up, people, because we have discussed some of the points. As you know, Cuba versus Jamaica would have been a draw. The Cuba game and the Jamaica game would have ended in a nil-all draw, right? And the Reggae Boyz would have missed quite a number of chances, which we would think they would have buried, right? Michael Antonio missed a header, point blank range. Shamar Nicholson missed one on the goal line, basically. Jamal Lowe missed one from 6 yards out. So it's just a crazy thing. Yes, yes. So as you know, the game against Cuba, 0-0 in the stadium, 17,000 people in the stadium. Some of the things that we learned, for example, throughout this window, is that one, we have a striker problem. Jamaica have a striker problem. But we have to actually give thanks to all of the persons who came on supported Jamaica. The 17,000 people in the stadium, like people, it was really appreciated because for a couple of months now, since the Reggae Boyz have been playing, nobody was basically coming into the stadium. There weren't anybody coming to the games like that. So I think this time around, the Reggae Boyz community did a very decent job because they purchased some tickets. And as you know, the Reggae Boyz community is a non-profit organization trying to help grow and foster growth for the game. So they purchased some tickets, and those tickets were donated to the different schools and academies, right? So if you go on the Reggae Boyz community page on the Instagram, you will see some of the videos from some of the schools thanking the Reggae Boyz community and also talking about the tickets and congratulating and just thanking them. So so Cuba game, people. So in the Cuba game, the coach started Michael Antonio up front with Jamalo. He had Casey Palmer, Bobby Reed, Latibo there. Big up Sherman Scott. He'd have Latibo there in the middle of the park. And in the back line, Ethan Pinnock, Damian Lowe, Lemby Kisa, and Amari Bell. However, like when you watch the game, throughout the game, you could see the vision that the coach has in terms of keeping possession of the football. They were passing it around, even though the build-up play was slow. You could see the vision and what the coach wanted to achieve in terms of passing around the football, positional play, and fluidity, right? But when Casey Palmer had one of his best games, in terms of him passing the ball, keeping a pulse on the game, rotating, collecting ball, recycling position, bringing it up the field, creating opportunities for the forwards. Jamal Lowe, I would say Jamal Lowe never had much of a good game. You could see he never had much touches of the football, but he never, when he even got touches, he wasn't doing anything much with the touches, right? And Dexter Lembikisa, I don't know if it is because he have gone back to the under 23s when he went back to Wolverhampton, where it seems to me like there's something going on wrong with him. Because every time the number 11 got the ball, the number 11 would have skinned him alive, people. And I tell you, like, sometimes I'm wondering why the number, like, when I look at Lembikisa, the number 11 just have him and I deal with him away, like, you know, he might beat him inside out, outside in, right side up, upside down, every way, every which way you turn, he was beating him. You understand? Remember, people who can comment, and join the conversation, right? Because there, man, sure, man, they can comment, join the conversation. 6 people viewing the stream right now. I want to know so the people in my rock can come in, yeah? As they say, rock can come in, people. But man, I tell you, say, it was like atrocious in terms of the way in which the defender was being skinned alive out there. At one point in time, I was wondering if if the coach would have saved him the embarrassment, right? And took him out of the field. Damian Lowe had a pretty decent game. I think he tried about 7 diagonal balls. Not a lot of those balls came off, right? And due to a lot of those balls not coming off, I think they were talking to him. I think the referee gave him a silly yellow card because when he was doing like this, calling up the crowd, the referee gave him a silly yellow card, and I don't think that yellow card was warranted. However, we always know for some reason he's a walking yellow, but I feel like Damian Lowe place in the team is, oh, you said Damian Lowe the best. Yeah. So Sherman Scott said the best game in 5 years for the Jamaica team. Big up in our Wells, big up in our Wells. Or the last 2 games. Or you're saying the 2 last games are our best games in the last 5 years. I pretty much like that. I think that we have gotten results before, but it's just the way in which. Big up Hunter Sports. Remember to subscribe to Reggae Boyz community, people. And also subscribe to CC Sports Lab hosting this show tonight, right? That's me, CC Sports Lab on YouTube. But please remember to subscribe to Reggae Boyz community. Go over there and watch the videos. They are doing a massive, massive job, right? In terms of helping out to drum up support. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up Tennessee. Big up Tennessee. Yo, I just. However, I think when you looked at the display that the game for Cuba, it was basically a blueprint to the Honduras game. We're not going to focus. So, yeah, man, Monday, October 14, 2024, come and support the boys at the National Stadium, Kingston, Jamaica, against Honduras. So, I think the Cuba game was a blueprint to the Honduras game in the sense that the coach knew the things that he wanted to do. For example, Dexter Lembikisa looked like he wasn't cutting it in that game, and I think the coach realized this, and because the coach realized this, the coach ended up taking him off, right? In the Honduras game, they didn't start him in that game. He kept him on the bench. He brought in Greg Lay in that position, and he also took out Jamal Lowe and he started Norman Campbell. I believe the Norman Campbell being starting in the Honduras game is not as a result of what Norman Campbell did in the Cuba game, but as a result of what? As a result of what Jamalo did not do, right? So I think Jamalo did not do himself any justice in this window, and some would say he did not get a fair opportunity because a lot of persons tend to think that some of the players don't get a fair opportunity. But I believe that in the first game, that was his game to show what he could do. And if he had scored, I feel like he would have gotten another start, right? That ball from the 6 yards out, Jamalo should be burying that, especially given the fact that he came in as a replacement for Leon Bailey. But then when you look at, for example, Norman Campbell, I think in the first game that he came on, he was trying to do too much youthful exuberance, and I think that got to the best of him, and he never really had the greatest of games. But I could see that his work rate and his tenacity was something that the coach might have been looking at come the second game. You saw him give the work rate and the tenacity in the second game, but he wasn't necessarily one of the better attackers. And I think even though he created the opportunity for the goal, where he not make the player to bring Jamaica 1-0 up, I just believe that the coach will not go like I think the next window. I'm not sure Norman Campbell will get a call up back for the next window, right? Depending on if certain players are fit and yeah. So which two new player you out to see Sherman? Because I was thinking that I think Norman Campbell, I think if Ronaldo Cephas starts playing again, Norman Campbell can come out of the team and Cephas come back into the team. Because I feel like Norman Campbell never do himself any justice. You understand when he was having an awful game going forward. I think because Lembikisa was not starting and Greg Lay is a natural left footer who was playing the right back position, the coach started Norman Campbell to whip squares in the box. However, Norman Campbell did not hit any square in the box. Oh, Greenwood and Nelson. Sherman, I think Greenwood and Nelson probably be too soon. I think it's probably a bit too soon for a player like Greenwood and Nelson to come into the team, right? Because you don't know documentation and all of these things. Maybe Reese Nelson, who's to tell? We probably see Reese Nelson coming because it's been alleged that he would have had his documents. I think I want to see a Ian Frey and a Mason Holgate coming. I think Michael Lecter can drop out of the team because he's not with a club right now. And you could bring in a defender from Inter Miami who's Ian Frey, right? I think Mason Holgate can also come in. Um, you would have to consider in terms of the defense, and probably a Richard King could step out, and we see a Mason Holgate taking the spot. Oh, yeah, yeah. What I say, I think a Mason Holgate taking the spot of a Richard King, and you could have Hector spot going to a Ian Frey. Ian Frey is 22 years old. So, with all that being said, the coach for me gets a 7. New coach, and you can see that he has changed a lot of things. I think the Jamaica team and the previous coach would not be, if you combine both games, they would have had at least 800 passes completed. And I think under previous coach, if you combine all of his games, Jamaica would have not had so many passes completed, right? And you would have not seen any pattern of play, or you would have not seen any repetition like you can see in patterns developing, right? The different phases of the game. When Jamaica is out of position, high pressing to win the ball high up the pitch. When Jamaica is in possession, then you could see Jamaica passing through the lines and in behind and getting the balls inside the box to create opportunities. But I think the forward line let Jamaica down because the first game, Jamaica should have laid out the gauntlet with a 5-love victory. That never came off because on a better night, Cuba would have probably gotten 4. You understand? So will Ochens be invited for Jamaica football national team? I mean, he went to the U21s and I think because of injuries, there was a withdrawal. So my thing is that given the fact that he withdrew from based on injuries. I think an invitation or the coach could have a conversation and reach out to the player. I don't think anything is wrong by reaching out to the player. I'll share the link one more time, guys, in the comment section. And then you could join if you wanted to have a conversation. Tennessee and them man there and Dubbo and them man. Them I understand. Dubbo, how are you there? Yeah, man, you can join the conversation and come talk. I think there's a couple of things I think people would want to know. Like time adjustment. I feel like the October fixture, right? The October fixture, I feel like the October fixture, the time should be adjusted for the October fixture to possibly an 8 o'clock. Give the people an extra hour. Because I think, and then traffic management. I think the people, the police, JFF, they have to try something to liaise with the police and liaise with the different stakeholders to get the traffic management better in terms of getting people into the stadium. And yeah, man, Mr. United, link up, man. Not even know why your name Mr. United, you know. Because where are you United? Open up Manchester United, you know. But may I tell you people, I think the time should be adjusted to at least 8 o'clock because a lot of persons got there late. And also the ticketing issue. I mean, you have some persons, they're not too savvy with the technology, JFF. So you have to have a lot of tickets available. Tickets cannot be sold out when the stadium is like 30,000 capacity, right? And only 17,000 in the stadium. So that means at least 13,000 more tickets should be available. I know you're not going to probably print that amount of tickets because I guess the stadium have not seen so many fans in recent time, but a lot of persons have complained that they did not get tickets. The players that I don't think acquitted themselves well in this window, Jamal Lowe, I don't think he acquitted himself well. Shamar Nicholson, I don't think he did himself any justice. Uh, Shamar Nicholson, Jamal Lowe, Dexter Lembikisa, one of our better players, one of our best players who came into this team from out of the U20 teams. He have always been a staple. I think I'm not saying he should not be called back for the next window, but unless he's playing some decent football in his club and playing big man football and not some U23s, I feel like when he comes back, he would have to go to the bench, right? As you saw, he did not look sharp in the Cuba game. So I think Jamal Lowe, Dexter Lembikisa, Shamar Nicholson, they never had a good window in terms of what they to impress upon the coach that they should be a fixture in the squad, right? And I think those players, Norman Campbell also never showed that he should be a fixture in the squad. So we have Hunter Sports people, and Hunter Sports are come discuss maybe controversial and they come, take me on and some of the views that I've espoused now. Pick up yourself, Hunter Sport. So what's your take on the window, the September window for Jamaica?
I mean, it's a good
Hello, my
window.
boss. Hello.
Yeah, you hearing me now?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you now.
All right. So personally, for me, this window is a window basically for the coach to assess. The coach is new, so basically there are many changes for the coach to make. But I mean, I have seen a pattern of play, a little change in his decision where substitutions is concerned. And the first game, you could see that we put the ball more on the ground. We was going aerial for most part of it. We were playing the ball on the ground, and the persons that have been following up Jamaican football for the past couple of years can see the change and will know because normally we'd go long and now we're putting the ball down and playing. The midfield is still not the combination that we're actually looking for to play the type of football that we want to see
Yeah.
the team play also, but it's something to build on also. I mean, the coach, is a rounded coach, a coach who is well qualified and also has a lot of experience and have the know how to get the job done or to build a team, a championship winning team, and to how to qualify a World Cup. But I mean, give this coach some time, you'll see better recruitment, and you'll see him getting the best out of some of these players.
All right. So you think in terms of some of the players that were selected in this window, do you believe that the coach would have had adequate time, given the time that he was appointed, to actually select the core of this team or select majority of these players, or he relied upon his trusted lieutenants in Miran Garden, etc., in terms of some of the selections?
Um, with the coach, with the coach being at the helm, he would need to know the core players and the information that has passed down to him about the core players. There wouldn't be much decision making for him right now. But the
Mhm.
core player, you can see that he's trying to find his core players separate and apart from what was given to him. That yes, that separate apart from what it is at his disposal right now. He's going to make his own core player out of the pool. You understand? So that's the reason why you didn't see much changes. And yesterday, I'm sure you could see a lot of changes. You did have a time where Amari Bell came into midfield. Not sure if you see that.
Mhm.
He came into
Yeah,
midfield
man, I
like the
saw, I saw,
center.
I saw it, man, because I think, because that's why I
So
was
there was a lot
saying,
of rotation.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I think the coach's style of play have to do
Mm-hmm.
with possession based,
Mm-hmm.
eye pressing, and virtual positional play. So virtual positional play for me is like when a player like Amari Bell can step up into midfield, and then it pushes Casey Palmer further forward into like the number 10 role. So I think those are like fluid positional play, right? So I think those things I saw, and I think Jamaica kept a bit more of the ball. But tell me something. Do you agree that players like Jamal Lowe, Shamar Nicholson, um, Dexter Lembikisa in this particular window never acquitted themselves well enough to warrant a call up in the October window?
This is just my perspective of how things get done, right?
Check Richie.
So chance. Do you think these players get enough chance? That is the next thing to prove themselves. Have Shamar Nicholson gotten enough chance? Have Jamal Lowe gotten enough chance? But Jamal Lowe, he's
But
here
then,
and
but,
he's here.
but then
You see him
question
this
though.
window, you see him this window, you don't see him the other window.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can be a mix of things because the World Cup is the main aim right now for us. You
Yeah.
understand? But you need these games also for them to get a run of farm to cement themselves and to raise their hand and say, listen, hey, question.
But then,
Have,
but then on
have
to sports.
mhm.
Answer me this, right? I feel like Shamar Nicholson need to play some football, bro. Because right now he's back at his club, and I think it's early in the you would have said early in the season where them have like 4 games or so gone.
Mhm.
But you could see that he's not necessarily as sharp. But I think my thing is this. I feel like majority of these players should be called back in the next window, given if they are performing at their clubs, or even some of them if they're not necessarily performing to the highest level. The reason being is that the first window is right after the transfer window. You just come from break, you just gone back to your club. Some persons would have been sorting out contract negotiations, trying to get a club, and I think this window came a little bit sudden right off the back of that, right? So I feel
Yeah,
like you have to. I would take it down a notch in terms of the assessment of the players. But
yeah,
with that being said, though, I feel as if Jamal Lowe, given that they came in as a replacement for Leon Bailey, and Leon Bailey is going to be out injured for about 10 weeks, I feel as if he's the person that is going to come again. And I'm not. I'm wondering if the coach gives him a start again, especially in the first game against Nicaragua, which is October the 10th. You have to probably give a better account of yourself. And I think even Dexter Lembikisa in the first game, you could see that he was loose. He's one of our better players. I think he's the best right back in the team right now. And as a matter of fact, in this squad, he was the only right back, as in specialist right back in the team. So I
Dexter
think
Lambekita, or who are you talking about?
like them be keys and I'm play right back.
Yeah. All right, let me show you something, bro. Right? Think about this.
Mhm.
You know, if we want to qualify for the World Cup, we have to have a depth, right? Depth.
Yeah,
Players that can
yeah,
replace players, quality
yeah,
wise. It's not like you're gonna say, all right, Leon Bailey, cool, and then you're gonna go for somebody from out of the JPL.
yeah.
You want to know, say, all right, Leon Bailey is injured, Dwight McNeil, quality for quality. Not maybe not gonna give you the flair, but he's going to get by, go up there with the ball and make a quality cross inside for the number 9 to score. You understand? So I believe the coach should do as much recruiting and give these players as much time and as much chance. I want to say as much. Really and truly, the coach got hired to qualify us to the World Cup. So some persons are going to just get a one game, to be honest, and have to raise them and prove themselves. Say, listen, I want to be in that team. You understand me? It could be a case where
Yes.
someone come off the bench and we need a goal, and that person create a magical moment and just score. And the coach see a glimpse of brilliance in him under pressure, scoring or creating that chance for us to win. So with that being said, players like Jamal Lowe, yes, he have shown his potential, but I don't think he have lived up to his expectation.
No, and I think people will say he never get enough time. But can I tell you something on the sports? With the likes of a Reese Nelson possibly coming knocking on the door, with the likes
Mhm.
of a Mason Greenwood, and you mentioned Dwight McNeil, I think that's a player that we should reach out to. So if we get those players to come in, like it's very difficult. It's very difficult for Jamal Lowe. I think it's very difficult to see him making an impression in the squad. So if he gets a call up back in October, he has to do far better than what he did in this window. For
I
example,
would,
in the Honduras game, Norman
Mhm.
Campbell starting, right? I
Yeah.
don't believe Norman Campbell started because of what he did in the game, in a Cuba game. I believe he started because of what Jamalo did not do.
Hmm.
So,
In that game against Cuba,
exactly. So
and
what
what he have been doing in training also.
Yeah, and in training also. But I see Richie have a comment here that he says recruiting they have over 2,000 players in diaspora to pick from Canada, USA, and England and other EU nation. And I think this is a great point that Richie suggested because I believe that there's this laser focus on England.
England,
I
yeah.
think there's not this exploration of Canada and the Americas, right? I think,
Yeah.
for example, Ian Frey, he was called up to a 50-man squad in March of this year, right? And I feel like he wasn't called again. And Ian Frey is at Inter Miami with the likes of Busquets, the likes of Lionel Messi.
Alba,
Imagine he's been training with Lionel
Alba,
Messi
and Alba also.
and Jordi Alba and those guys. And he's 22 years old. He's 6 feet tall. A guy who can
Mhm.
play right back, he can play center back, and
He's
he can play defensive
versatile.
midfield. So I mean, like
Versatile.
somebody that could push Dexter Lembikisa in the back line. So I think we
Mhm.
should explore that. I remember years ago when Junior Eilert was somebody that was touted to come and represent Jamaica.
Mhm.
That's a Canadian. And I think Canada has about 5 persons that could have represented Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
It's Timothy Way could have
Kamal
represented
Miller,
Jamaica.
Kamal Miller.
Yeah, and Timothy Way in for the USA could have represented Jamaica. So I feel like Jamal Lowe or Shamar Nicholson. I think I wouldn't pressure Dexter Lembikisa because I feel like this is his worst game that he's had since he's put on the Jamaican shirt, and he has done some. He has had some brilliant games, right? But I believe like the fact that he does not have a consistent um player in the right back position pushing him, I
Yes.
feel as if you can get complacent at times. So you need at least 2 players per position in order for you look at the forwards, they're not finishing. I mean, so you can understand that I think there should be some level of competition. I think a Jonathan Rowe should be approached. He's 21 and he look like a very nippy player on the wing. So I feel like
Smooth. Yeah, we don't want to have three, four same players in the team in the same position. We want to
yeah,
have three different players that are going to give us something different. When the game requires someone to hold up the ball, and when the game requires someone to box in a ball from a set piece, we need those kind of players that
you know,
are
that's
coming
almost
after
like
the
Ian Frey 6 feet. Can you imagine a Ian Frey and a Ethan Pinnock in the center in the defense, or Ian Frey in the defensive midfield area? When you have a set piece, Ian Frey is 6 feet tall, Ethan Pinnock is 6 feet tall. You
Mhm.
can imagine going up in a set piece. A lot of these teams would be afraid of us.
And that would
Costa Ricans and those teams.
that now would create more depth in the defense because you would have Latibody who can play right back, and also you have Latibody who can also sit at the back with one of the defenders if we're playing five at the back.
I see a
So
comment from Issa
it's
Allen here. He's saying that Rowe could play on the right wing and he heard he already has his passport. And that's the thing I'm saying. Like, if a person has their passport already, we should be in the office negotiating with this person. What can it take? All right, I think this we have to have this conversation. What would it take for you to come and represent Jamaica right now? I think that is the question that should be asked. Because at the end of the day, the ultimate aim, Hunter, is to get players to come and represent Jamaica, and the ultimate aim is to go to the World Cup. I
yeah,
mean, we can't sit here and believe that in the players we are in the players' minds and thinking that the players don't want to come or the players like we can't do that because you never know. Like remember, only so much player can represent England, only so much player can represent Canada, only so much player can represent the US. And I think we are in a moment where there's something that can be done. There's something legendary that can be
I
done.
think it's going to boil down to last minute for some decisions and for some players. Some players gonna see the light at the tunnel late. Some persons are gonna see it early. And some persons gonna take a different kind of motivation and a different kind of pulling effect to get these players across the line to start think on the same page. You understand? So it all depends on the persons that who are a part of the organization that deals with these things. So we are fans, we are analysts. You understand? We are going to talk based off our passion and what we feel. But the reality of the story is what is taking place behind the scenes while we're here talking. We're gonna if every day we hear this and we hear that on YouTube, this player got his passport. Another time here, the player hasn't started the process. So I've been here from 2021 consistently following Jamaican football, Jamaican content on YouTube, and I've learned I'm not gonna get up every day because I see something on YouTube and go head over heels about the thing until I see it happen. Or until the JFF come out and say yes, the player has gotten his passport, and you will see that player for the next window. You understand?
Yeah,
And
no, and I think that stigma. I think listen, I think sometimes the JFF other persons who are involved don't understand the power that YouTube has right now in the space. And I think the stigma of what you just said in terms of when something comes on YouTube and people are not believing, I think they need to they find a way and remove that stigma because you have other persons who, for example, if Fabrizio come out and say something, people are going to say yes, Fabrizio is credible. So I believe that the YouTube space is kind of promoting the game in a way. 17,000 people, like under 17,000 persons were at the stadium October the 10th, and I think 876 stream is doing a very good job promoting the game. But I also think, even for example, the Reggae Boys community purchased 120 tickets and gave it away to like schools and academies for
Mhm.
them to be a part of the game. And I think that too, they were on the radio. I think Issa Allen was on the radio giving interviews and stuff and talking about what the organization or what the organization wants to do or wants to achieve. So I believe that when it comes down to those things, like if everybody works together, they can get the
I like
support,
that.
can get the support and the information and the engagement with the fans. Because the fans like that. For example, when they come out and they can tell the fans, say, oh, there's a possibility of this player, that player. These are the things that the fans are looking for, right? I
Yes,
mean, you
because
want to
the club that they support over in England or wherever in Europe, that's what they get from it. That's what keep
yeah,
them clear. That's what get their attention, the excitement, the optimism. But I think we'll get there. I think they're gradually changing from the relic mentality. However, however, when you
Richie, I agree with you. Richie, I say him have to see the player put on the jersey, walk out, whistle blow before he can believe say them accept to come play for Jimmy.
exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, see. How long we gonna do this? We're there on YouTube every day. And we can't be like we're new to this YouTube and we don't have an understanding. We're gonna be like, yeah man, the player will come out, we're excited like somebody. Because the man them will actually don't know nothing about the football, when I play Reggae Boy football, we have man where all the time they know Reggae Boy a play a match upon the day when them a drive past the stadium and see the crowd or see the light turn on. And them depend. So much in that play a stadium, we can't be like that man. We
Yeah.
know people who not follow the football, and we can't force nobody to follow the football. I was at the game on Friday, and persons was like, "This is an England Z team. I know one Jamaica team. This, me don't even know half of them, man." So you have persons coming into the game because them not have nobody where them can relate to. Them don't know. Them don't know one Tom from down the road. They play for Arnett. I play for the team. Or Kevin from round the road. I play for Harborview. It's like them not have that little. Then have that look connection there with the national team. Which football is way past that now. We need the best players out there representing the country so that the
Mm.
country can bring in
Bro,
more
I think
revenue.
Jamaica thing, bro, we have this little toxicity. Because look at it like this, right? Half of them people that support Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea,
Win, lose,
they're
or
support,
draw.
yeah,
Title.
they're supporting all of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When World Cup come, you see people paint themselves in a Brazil color, paint themselves in a Argentina color.
Jamaican, Brazilian.
Yes, Jamaican, Brazilian, Jamaican, Argentines. But when Jamaica
I've
play,
never I've never seen that same passion for Jamaica.
but I think
Trust
this
me.
the thing about it too. I think the player engagement thing. I think JFF, 876 team, them need for work on player engagement. I think some of the players who are core players, the Casey Palmers and those players,
The
like the
Bobby
Casey
Reed,
Palmer, the
the,
Bobby Reed,
the,
the
the,
Antonios.
the pinups.
Yeah, we
So
need one like what like
lots of videos.
I know the players now go have enough time because they know the international window and them have club football and all of that. But I think one of the
Okay, this
international
is this is the, this is the thing that I think could help the national team. All right. So Honduras actually played back-to-back home games,
right.
right? And I think that would help them. Yes, they lost last night. I think that would help them playing back-to-back home games. You get me? So I think if Jamaica can play actually 2 games at the national stadium, it won't happen now because the fixtures are already out. It would be the next I think it would be the next window of the Nations League. I don't know if they could send something to Concacaf, or Concacaf could make luck run their way, and they have back-to-back home games and they have back-to-back away games. I think a back-to-back home games for Jamaica will help with a lot of marketing and will help with a lot of fans interaction. You understand? So the Reggae Boys will be here for like 10 days or more, or 2 weeks then. So they're here for 2 weeks. They could get a chance where we go down to maybe waterfront, music playing, tents, merchandise, giving away, autograph signing, and then you have another tent with maybe another 3 Reggae Boys up by New Kingston. Then you have another one by Ocherios. You understand what I say? And then you have another one by Portland. So everybody get a bit of taste. You understand me? You choose that one specific day.
Yeah.
to do something like that. So, and then no, you would have 3 gone over CVM at Sunrise and 2 gone over TVJ. We call that one in the morning, the morning show with Never Bell. You understand? And also you have a lot of other programs that take place. You could have the players going somewhere. You understand? And marketing is marketing, you know. I think we undermine marketing. We see marketing only at some level. Players going to an event is also marketing. You can imagine Mikel Antonio was at an event with maybe 4 other players. Also, the Reggae Boys are here. You don't know they have their match Sunday, blah, blah, blah. And you're looking at maybe a couple thousand people at the event hearing that you know, sir, that I go over and over in their head. Them a hear about them, reassure them about the game.
Yeah, and
Put it in
and
their
I
mind.
think that breeds.
Them a leave and I say, okay, that event are nice. Yeah, man, remember them so Reggae Boy a play Sunday, you know.
I know
9
me
o'clock.
think to Hunter Sports, it breeds familiarity, right? I mean, it breeds familiarity. Here we have the great double.
We are going to boss.
Yeah, hold on. I think it breeds familiarity. What that you were saying, Hunter Sports, with a lot of these players, they come on. All right, a lot of the players come and play for Jamaica, but you're not necessarily seeing them rubbing shoulders against some of the Jamaicans. So say, oh, to breed the familiarity where you can get the fan engagement. People will say Ali and Bailey probably party and all of these things, but guess what happened? Is familiar. I think you'd have Raheem Sterling who comes to Jamaica a lot of the times is familiar. So I think they need to find a way to get the familiarity and get it out of the people in mind. Like people, they make up their mind already, as I said, say England Z team. We have to get rid of that kind of mindset where persons have to view that match a player, not Jamaica now. You understand me? So we need to get rid of that because it's real. So
see, it can be real, but it can also not be effective because if you look at the crowd at the in the Cuba game, it looked like it didn't stop the people from coming out, even if they are thinking it.
No, all right. So I think the crowd at the Cuba game, double, you have to understand, is the first game, new coach, a lot of things, everything new in terms of that, right? So I think with that being said, and I think A76 would have promoted the game very well, right? And I think even Reggae Boys community would have done what they did, double. You and the rest of gentlemen would have done what they did and to get a lot of trump up, a lot of support in terms of the YouTube space would have trumpeted a lot of support behind that. But I'm saying going forward, right? A person can come and identify, for example, the number 16 touch the ball. They're saying, who is that player? You understand? The number 8 touch the ball, who is that player? The number 7 like persons, when it comes on to the national team, persons want to be more familiar with the team. I am thinking that I have no problem. Whomever put on the jersey and go out there and represent Jamaica, I am going to be in the stadium double.
Right.
But I'm talking about the engagement. For example, the fans were there, you know. But can I tell you something? The numbers were there, but the support wasn't.
You know what? I agree with you. Because I have a friend that lives in Jamaica, and every minute, you know him call the player them. Who the new one, yeah? Who the new one, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
But look at it on the sports. The fans were there, right? The numbers were there, but the support wasn't there. For example, there was no Ole.
The fans weren't interacting with the players when they needed it. It's like they were just there. They were spectators.
They were spectators.
What do you mean?
Like we even when, for example, we are put on the pressure and we got a couple of opportunities, but we miss. Like I thought the fans would have riled up at one point in time. I get up in the stadium, you know, and I say, and I go so lift some people. I'm here to tell us I'm try to raise my hand. Nobody.
I remember the days when you used to have Mexican we have in Jamaica.
All right,
exactly.
You know what I saw in the game? I saw a Jamaican with a Cuban flag.
Wow. You sure?
And I videoed that.
Are you sure
that from the camera? Eh?
Are you sure that person?
Yeah. Somebody had a match in them. I laughed. And I did fun. The mental thing we have to
can you hear him? See, I can't hear him, you know.
Yeah, man,
It's a
I hear him.
mental thing. It's a mental thing we have to change. It's like a man shame to carry a Jamaican flag, you know. It's like a man shame for a Jamaica jersey, a man shame for a Jamaica shirt, a black, green, and gold. But I saw four clear skin white person then in the I guess you would have see them in a white Jamaica shirt, white with black, green, and gold. And them are wear the Jamaican shirt proud.
Maybe they were Jamaican Cuban.
You're a Jamaican Cuban. You see? So it's a mental thing. And then people in the grandstand now. See the grandstand. My problem I have with the grandstand. The grandstand per people them will come at the match, don't cheer on or support. It's like a bougie thing. It's like, oh, we have the money, we don't shout, we just watch it. It's like I don't know if it's a tennis match will come. I never watch tennis.
Hold on. So, so I mean, Jeremy Lee is saying, how do we get this idea to the JFF and other organizations? And he's saying also he's not the person is what? He's not ashamed, he's just stupid. So but he was asking how we get these ideas to the JFF. What do you think, Bob? How we get these ideas out to the JFF? Continue to beat the drum, bang on the drum in YouTube space. What do you think we do?
All right, you
Like
know what came to my mind? Even you asked Double the question. Double,
go on, go
answer.
on, go on.
When me that say, you know, when me did I talk to somebody, you know, I don't remember who me that talk to. When me I say, we want to find like we have the bands. It's one set bands maybe will come every match, home game. So if we can have a tune that the bands play, so when the players hear that, it lifts the spirit of the team. Maybe have a three beat or a three song where they would play, and then that galvanize the fans. And the fans want to be a part of it. You understand me? That
Right,
can be something that can you see it happening in Germany? Big
right.
sound and noise in the stands and everybody will be a part of it. France. We that's when we come up with the idea of this whole Reggae Boys community. I got the idea of saying, listen, if we can build a fan club, if you can build a fan club, just like how you build a YouTube channel, 10 other person go see the YouTube channel and be motivated and inspired and want to do YouTube too. You understand? When I just came here, there was maybe 10 persons. Now there's a lot of person doing Reggae Boys content because they see the light at the end of the tunnel. They see the light, you know, they see how important this can be. So now we have a bands and we have we have the Reggae Boys community, the Reggae Boys supporter club, Reggae Boys and Reggae Girls supporter club. You don't think say someone locally also looking on to say, all right, I can find my own Reggae Boys club. And I think if we even have 6, 10 Reggae Boys club, the 6 and 10 Reggae Boys club, I have another big crowd. I bring behind them, and that can also help with full in the stands, right? And giving the support the team need, because each of them maybe come up with even an idea what me or we might not think about too. And we are so many never know who could even, I wasn't even thinking about that. You get what I say?
Yeah.
So
So Double, what your take?
What else? I agree with him totally. You know, it can't hurt. It only can help. It only can help.
and then this is the next thing too. You see the respect, the work that we are putting in, the JFF should be looking on as well and give us the respect and say,
I,
listen, the Reggae Boys
I
community.
they are seeing us, but you know, but with time, you know,
With time, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, it's early days. You understand? It's
mhm.
early days.
Yeah,
Because
and I think when it comes down to that, I say a lot of engagement thing. But we look at the Honduras game. So, gentlemen, the Honduras game. Who do you think are some of the players that acquitted themselves very well, and some of the players that never you don't think acquitted themselves well, and have to go back to the drawing board and need to do better?
All right. As far as very well, I would say Casey Palmer. Okay, so I'm not gonna use normal, right? I'm just gonna say very well, right? in my opinion, very well would probably be Casey Palmer, the goalkeeper, and very bad, in my opinion, would be Demari Gray and Greg Lee.
You want to think some more? Are you that?
Yeah, Greg Lee and Demari Gray, they didn't have both of them didn't have a good game in my opinion. And in my opinion, Casey Palmer and the goalkeeper did have a
So what
good.
do you think? What's that about now on Campbell? Oh,
I don't think his game was exceptionally good. But when I put him out, I mean, yeah, remember, some if you talk about the regular thing where okay, some say who would I say we say stamp themselves.
yeah.
Well, I talk about who two that were exceptionally good and the two that were like, in my opinion,
Had a bad game.
oh yeah, both have bad game.
Yeah.
This
So
is
I mean, yeah, Hunter Sports, go ahead.
yeah. So me that for me my two disappointing window for me from Demar Gray.
Aloma say him not agree with them. Them are agree never really had a bad game. Go ahead, go ahead.
I don't know what I was watching, bro, but that's not what I saw. But
This is just my perspective. Demar Gray, I'm a fan of Demi. Didn't have a good window, and for himself, you can see it in his body language as well. No, he didn't have a good window. Jamal uh Dexter for the first game at the stadium didn't have a good game either. One of the didn't have a good game, but I mean, we never beat him because him have more good games than bad, right? And he gave us that third place medal. So we have two players. For me, the biggest take from this window was Casey Palmer. I'm not even going to talk about what he did in yesterday's game, but Casey Palmer. Casey Palmer looked like him have gradually get better in the team, gradually feel comfortable under this coach. Unlike for other players too, they didn't get a chance to come on the field to display what them have or what them can do and to raise them on for consider selection. But if we're gonna have new addition, you can look for don't see some of these players back also for the October window. Because every window is going to be a tougher window. Because
Yeah.
November
I mean,
window is going to be the window.
November window. There's a window in November.
November is quarterfinals.
Voila.
Window.
I know you have 2 games in October, 2
Mhm.
games in September.
Yes. So in November, so listen, as it stands, the Reggae Boys are leading Group 1B. Group A now consists of
But my players that I think didn't give a good account of themselves.
Mhm.
That will be hear me.
yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah,
oh,
the players that I think didn't give a good account of themselves. Shamar Nicholson, Jamal Lowe, Dexter Lembikisa. Lembikisa though have been always a stalwart
It's a Cuba
since
game.
he's come
He
up
didn't
in
play
the team.
yesterday.
So I wouldn't chide him a lot. I think him going back to his club and not necessarily playing first team football maybe has affected him. Let us see in the coming weeks if he gets more football under his belt. Hopefully we'll watch some of the players and see if they get more football under their belt to coming back. Shamar Nicholson needs a lot of football under his belt because he doesn't look sharp. Point blank range, he should have put that ball in the back of the net against Cuba, albeit it was an offside opportunity, but they still have to put the ball in the back of the net, right? And also, I believe Jamal Lowe didn't acquit him of himself very well, and I think the winger position, double, is
Yeah,
going to be something of extreme competition when
bro.
we get certain players
That,
coming in. So
that days of that writing putting down for Demari Gray, man. Them days are over, man.
yeah, but I'm saying to you, when Demari Gray is there, fit, Leon Bailey is fit. If we get all right, put it on. We are saying if we get a Reese Nelson and a Mason Greenwood and a Jonathan Rowe, then it's going to be problems. But you can just kiss Jamalo can kiss his spot goodbye if we
I
get
know
somebody.
you never mention anything about Akaim Dixon. Or,
And and then you have young Kaim Dixon as well. So I mean, the situation is kind of the winger position for Jamaica is going to be one of the hardest position to make it in the team, right? I think the defensive midfield. This is why I believe some players, if given the opportunity to play the defensive midfield role, can cement a spot because that is a spot that is open for the taking. It's a spot that is wanting, right? So
Mhm.
with that being said, I believe like Ian Frey is a player that, as I said before, Hector don't have a club. And I think we should go with a steady plan where if you don't have a club, yeah, when you get a club and we see you perform for the club, then we can call you. Hector has played over 50 games at Jamaica. We thank him for his services and everything. When he gets a club, if he gets a club, then we can bring him back into the team. But for now, this competition, and I think Ian Frey deserve a spot in the team.
Um, I'm looking way ahead.
Where's Ian Frey playing now, CC?
He's
Inter
playing at
Miami.
Inter Miami. Inter
Yeah.
Miami in the Emirates.
Oh, that young guy that everybody been talking about.
Yeah, man, he's 22 years old, six
Wow.
feet tall.
So and he's a starting defender at Inter Miami.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
that's just because when he's injured, he's not
Yeah,
necessarily in the because
right?
injury has yes, repeat. No, but yes.
He's injury prone, right?
I mean, he's 22 and he got a couple injuries, but it's not like he has a knee injury where you can say, oh, it go hold him out. I don't think he's like Dr. Glass, who we had playing the midfield at one point in time. Kevin Stewart. Kevin Stewart was supposed to be the linchpin of the defensive midfield.
First guy want to play for Jamaica though.
Oh, Ian Frey?
Yeah.
He was called, in March, to a
Yeah.
50-man squad, but he got injured. So that's what
Ah,
kind of held back certain things.
okay.
And when he got injured, he was playing good. He was on
Yeah,
farm.
yeah, it was on farm. But I think my problem is that, double, I think we're not scoring the globe, right? I know we probably have players that are in Panama as well who could be eligible to represent Jamaica, but we're
That,
just focusing on one area.
that's true. You know, CC, what I always tell people, I say, even though I appreciate the England player, I just think that like if we had player coming from like different leagues, like the English, like the I would say the French league or the La Liga, Italian league, it would give our team more diversity. You know what I mean? Because we just play one way most time because all player play the same system. You know, like it's like USA, even though they're not playing good now, but they can play more than one way. Because they play
Yeah.
all
The
over.
link in the comment section, people. Remember to subscribe, like up the stream, people. Share up the stream. I think we have gone almost an hour, and I have talked out my lungs, right? Double,
Come on,
double, just come on. Look
people.
like double the Ghana in bed or something. Come and
No,
say double of me out here die. A
the
good thing on the sport forward for the stream. Come here and tell the people.
You know me not hide, man. But people not touch up the like button, man. We talk,
Yeah, man.
I better we spend time on we one thing in a brother and build we one, You know?
Yeah. So we have
Yeah.
Germany coming on the stream. Germany.
What, Sally?
Yeah, I'm a day I know all the pony.
Yeah, man.
And
So what are your
you said
thoughts on
something
the
a while
Honduras
ago
game?
will make sense, right? About because I think the court said he's gonna scour the place and not just looking at England. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are here.
Mute the
Him say
mics when you're not engaged.
you can't hear me, right?
Yes, we are hearing you. You have the floor. You have the floor.
Yeah. So him say right, him all look all over, not just in England, right? Yeah. So you touched on something in Panama. We are players in Panama and Costa Rica, right? But let me ask you this question. It's a question that's been bothering me. Our strike force is not working, right? Um, and I really would not blame Mikel Antonio. The man worked like a horse. But yesterday game, even though I would get 2 goals, they were not from open play, right? They was from a penalty and an own goal, right? Um, in that department was still, lacking. Shamar Boza is just lost confidence. In just, in personally, but what everybody say, He's the leading goal scorer. I wouldn't have nobody to replace him. Jamal Lowe, I think he should have scored that final goal yesterday. He did get that chance, right? And he kicked the ball in the goalkeeper hand. Kyle Dixon, in my opinion, is not ready. Could be one for the future, but he's not ready. Who else is there? I don't see who else is there. You know what I mean? Junior Fleming's in there ready. What we need help in that department, and I think the coach is gonna figure it out. You know, that is one of our main weakness right there. And then on the midfield. But the inclusion of Norman Campbell yesterday.
See, are the brother there in the back room now?
Yeah. You can realize, you can see that, right? He was nervous in the first half, right? But you have to give it to Norman Campbell. He was the one that made that pass, right? And caused that goal for score. So I think that he might have a future with the team if he keep on playing like that.
Hold on, so guys, could you put like a photo on your thing so we could not at least you don't have to turn on the camera, but like a photo. If you kind of give the video a little bit better visibility.
Well, I mean, I forgot to do that next time, you know, because I can't take back.
Yeah, I do it the next time still, but I mean, people just remember to like up the stream, share up the stream. You know, it doesn't matter. Small, we start from small and grow the thing, so we get it when it get bigger and larger. But I think generally you touched on Kaim Dixon.
But me not hear CC.
You not hear me? Tennessee, me I hear you now?
Madman, we are hearing you, madman. We are hearing you, man.
CC.
Yeah, man, me I hear you, man. Because
me I hear you.
All right, so I might be you now. Wait there. I go on. You got you bring some fans. Hope you bring some fans, not you got.
They bring not big.
A 45,000 subscriber you have now.
I'm a bed me go on a big show, not to invite big man for on a big show. I go on the business. I go on my bed.
No, man, you have to stay with 5 minutes, man.
Yeah, me say.
No, man, you have to give it 5 minutes, man.
No, I'm not going to 5 minutes. Look, I never want for myself. I have more. No one pan show now. Say, yo, he got never show. Anyway,
you have to give it 5 minutes, man. You have to give it 5 minutes, man.
Yo, guess what? I'm tired, man. Want to sleep, man.
Just give it 5 minutes, man.
Yo, you messing man. I'm tired, man.
I'm
tired, man.
I'm asleep, man. So we're gonna do our next live. We're gonna schedule it and say you can forward in, man. Yeah, so you're Owen come. CC's first live in 20 years.
yo, but I know CC, me people. I know some me people like that, but a team, man. You not really unsure. Me not think a team play bad as the people as it.
No team play bad.
Me people that want midfield and sitting. Anybody where we go Honduras, and me expect we play any better. Them a madman. We see USA go there and then beat USA. Mexico him go Honduras and then beat them. So
it's a hard place to go to get that victory.
We need to go down there and dominate them.
It's not easy.
Bro, I was realistic yesterday. I am happy for the win, but there's nothing in my brains yesterday was telling me that we could win the game.
I forgot, so you'll have that prediction.
So hold on. Let me touch on this, right? I remember telling somebody that you see Honduras come like one of them person where when you go to school, right? Double. When you go to school, you have a couple. I not promote bullying people, but you have some people more while way. You know, say they hold them just box them up and take them to lunch money. Yeah?
And the one that just if they're not afraid of nobody, they're afraid of you alone.
Yeah. So this is Honduras where I know say in the last 5 years, bro, Honduras afraid of Jamaica.
Yeah.
So
Honduras. I asked the respect yesterday. Yes, them give us the respect.
I went to the Pinka farm where box them up.
Honduras coming like when we are playing Panama.
Yes. So we afraid of Panama. But my thing is that I think Panama, just like how we pull off a victory against Panama in the Nations League, I think Honduras could have pulled off something against us, right? So we're not gonna rule out that.
Let me tell you, we win, but we still expect a team to get better. So this is a good win for him and for way because me think along the way, the team will get way better than what we played yesterday.
I disagree with you that we are what afraid of Panama.
Yeah, man, we're afraid of Panama, man. We're afraid of Panama for real.
Here's what I know. Panama was is one of the most improved team, right? They spend money on them program, and most of them players play in Colombia, right? So they have a playing style, right? They do have an identity and a playing style, right? While we do not, right? So them players, them players who not play
Generally,
in Panama.
Even before Panama qualified for the World Cup, we can't beat Panama.
Yes, and okay. Do you guys remember this? Let me see if the memory good. The first time that we lose a game in Jamaica for a long time. You remember after 98, right?
Minimum,
Panama come in and broke the jinx.
I
right?
beat the 2-1.
Panama broke the jinx. Yes. No people don't remember that. Them broke the jinx. And from there, so it's like we just hard to beat them. Right? And then team keep on improving, and they have a playing style, and have an identity when we don't. But I hope this
let me give you one stat, right?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, Jamaica has played Panama 21 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Panama has won 10, drawn 7, and lose 4.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So they have scored 27 goals. They have conceded 16 goals. So
can
50%,
I ask you this? When was the first game play against we and them? If you have the stats with you.
Well, when the first game with what against Panama?
Yes.
The first
I
time
can only go back to 9. I can only go back to
that's Mark says first time we ever played.
The very first time. I'm gonna go back and look on it. So, because I really don't remember any rival with us until after 98.
No, we never had no rivalry with them because they beat them.
Yeah, that was like a basketball country. I'm sorry, a baseball country. You know what? I'll look it up next. Later.
I went Trinidad beat Panama. We can't beat them.
Yeah.
Panama have
I know me think I think we underestimate them sometimes because I remember the time when
we used to.
Yeah. I remember the time when Pepe used to get sent off at the stadium, right? When we had 1-1 game, right? It was a World Cup qualifier. And the boy named Roberto Brown, right? Jamaican descent, scored the final goal pan way. I'm going to lose, your 2-1 night stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Never forget that game, man.
No, but as we may say, the team is improving and the team will get better.
Yeah.
So when you look on the victory we get yesterday, it's a good victory. And the victory coming right then, because I know if we lose just yesterday, people that come out fight coach and say coach no good.
All right, what you know? I know we're not playing a good football. We still have to figure it out, but we still put in look shit. We still show potential. So
but
you can imagine when we start playing. We feel like anytime Jamaica play football, the world are gonna know about Jamaica. The world are gonna know about Jamaica.
I believe you. I do.
And we can see team take shape.
And Jamaica and the potential in Jamaica have. Jamaica can compete. If we play Germany, we feel like we can compete.
Yeah.
Or if you play them, I will just have all a steady 11 me, but when you see look change, it's all a 2 or 3. You understand what I say?
Yeah. I wouldn't have known 10 defenders on the field yesterday. You know what I mean? We have people in position. Only Greg Lee is a player out of position. Am I correct? But I see the coach even switch the Mari Gray. I was like, what the world?
No, but Omar,
this coach is a versatile coach.
Them are great. Normally switch doing if you watch Jamaica match.
Yeah.
He normally switch. He normally go over, change the wing, interchange it daily more while. But watch it too. Say that coach you do. You will get the best out of the player them.
I do believe that.
But take time. We have to give the man time. Well, we give him time because me I watch football. But they see the fans when I follow the football, we just all the time them I follow the football them. I watch them. I see enough people when I know go match Friday. But don't know say the match. Don't know which part to go watch the match. we play last night. Them they even know much play last night. They sit up for them people there. This
It's
is
true. And you have some people only go with the headline, right? And call me and tell me
yo,
foolish some
yo, much I want today, no. Much I play a stadium, I go out there. I go out there because not for support the team. Them now go out there because we can put a look of clothes. A Friday, yeah, look a vibe and them can stop. But them now go out there for support. Right now, you got a match. Brother, you know, say the man them share with them country so till them now got a match go shout.
Yo, bro, that thing was right. Say man with a Cuban flag, right? It must have do it for like you know what I mean, unfair joke thing. Trust me.
A joke he might do it for. And the girl I tell him, yo, the girl I fear touch him and I say, no, me have the video, me use it for me camera, man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo,
But you know
all
what
right, so
go ahead.
I mean, Jamaica plays something the most. Now give one of the team where Jamaica beat the most. Jamaica beat Trinidad the most. So we play them at 70.
Yeah, because both of them play most.
Our biggest
we
rival.
played them 72 times, so we beat them 30 times. As a matter of fact, you know that far off. I beat them 30 times and they beat you 28 times.
Because I was about to say that because I think before night before do you remember when them have that squad there with Dwight York was a lot of it and all these guys.
I know that it is.
And them did a lead with. Them did beat.
I know it's recent time Jamaica improve against Honduras because
that's true.
Because we have the record tie now, 12 wins, 12 loss, 5 draw. And out of them 12 win there, we get 7 of them recently.
Yeah,
because remember when Andrew beat Jamaica.
Remember Simon did a video.
Remember time when Andrew beat Jamaica 8-0.
Yes, but do you remember we have a poor we call it record against team from Central America? Very poor
Honduras
record.
beat Jamaica 8-0.
Yep.
Yes.
Remember time when Andrew beat
Jamaica? Even El Salvador. Those teams, I used to beat us like nothing, bro.
Yep.
Do you remember one time Marlon King got down there and scored a hat-trick there after Panama beat United Stadium? And the first we ever beat a team down there, we always get beaten down there. So now things kind of turn around.
Yeah, man, a recent time we start beat the Central American team. El
Salvador gonna beat you 5 times.
Yeah, but that's still victory. But if you look on the time when they beat us.
But remember, a recent time we start beat them. Since 98
we start beat them.
Since 1999 we start beat them.
You know who start get the better of now? The Mexican, the Canadas, and the Costa Ricans, and the
Mexico beat you 23 times. USA beat you 20 times. Costa Rica beat you 15 times.
Mm-hmm.
Them 3 teams there, they come like say, boy.
And you know what's so funny, right? After 98, right? When USA come last in the World Cup, right? It's like them team it's like everybody start to get better and we just stay stagnant, right? Because they never have that superior record over us. It was always like a tie at USA before.
No man, USA ever beat them, man.
Well, no, I'm saying look after 98, right? And see how much time on them beat.
Remember saying that around the same time they won the first match. Remember saying that and the same time we beat them.
Dennis, hold on, there we have watching you
before 98, right? We and them was almost kind of level. Right, but after 19,
no man, no Germany.
No, Germany. Hey, that. Even though they probably better than us, they were not as better than us.
Check how much time Jamaica beat.
Better than us, right?
Germany. Check how much time Jamaica beat America. And check.
I'm telling you, I'm talking before 90. I'm talking after 98.
Almost 2 times we beat America in America.
Germany didn't ever beat.
I think so one.
No, man, I talk before 98. I tell you what I'm saying was always close. It was no big.
No man, they be better man.
You didn't know that?
It's the Caribbean side them. All right, so I'm telling you this side them of Jamaica. I know what Jamaica have. Right, the Caribbean side them, Guatemala, El Salvador, Haiti. Them side can be. Them side of Jamaica. whip them.
Always a beat.
Whip them.
Always a
But
beat. Yeah.
my thing is that I think what Jamaica needs to improve on are, I think even Canada have one little edge over we, because Canada
Yes.
we beat 12 times and we only win them 8 times.
Yeah,
But
man.
I think teams like Costa Rica, Mexico, US, we need to improve against those.
But feel like at the
I always tell people this, right?
At the
I
time
always tell people this. No matter how much goals score Jamaica have in them team, I've always stated that the problem that we have is a lot of these people, they score goals against Antigua and Barbuda, they score goals against St. Kitts and Nevis, they score against Cuba. But when it's Mexico, USA, Costa Rica, they're not scoring. And,
Yeah, man.
and Canada, and these are the teams that I feel like, I don't really want my strike. All right, put it like
That's why we need a Mr. Greenwood.
I feel like we can. We feel like anybody can score for Jamaica against the little minnows them.
Yeah, man.
But you see, when time you come on to Canada, that's why I must say, see, Antonio's record. Antonio have 5 goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Antonio score against Panama. Antonio score against El Salvador. Antonio
USA.
score
US.
against USA.
US.
He score
Antonio
against
score.
Ecuador.
Mhm.
And now he score against Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So when I look on it now, right? I feel like say is a player we can find where
Jamaica
goal against
USA all
Mexico
time
and
record.
Costa Rica and them thing there. And them players them need.
Yeah, man.
When
At them
Mexico,
game there. Yeah.
because
Go on,
because
Susie.
those games are the games where we need that X factor player to step
Yeah.
up and score for us.
Mm-hmm.
The other teams, no disrespect. Mr. Leon Bailey rip up St. Kitts and Nevis, rip them
Yeah,
up
man.
to shreds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They can say, yo,
And Trinidad.
exactly. Them not depend the level where we are at right now. So I believe like when I look at for example, I tell people them say undo me I go start call them because we trimmed them last night. Then them not have a rest again. But
Yeah, man.
as I say,
Undo ball.
yeah, undo ball. But as me say, yo, double one the man, the gentleman on the panel, I just believe that we need that person who is clinical, bro. Like we want a striker where score 2
Mason
per
Greenwood.
window.
Mason Greenwood.
But who is that? But listen, suppose me to say no one to play. What we are gonna do? We can't make him complain.
Boy, we have to manufacture that one the double.
Because really and truly, other than the two that's currently in the squad, I can't see any any more that I know can play for Jamaica.
Other
Jonathan
than
Rowe
two
can
in
play for
the squad.
Jamaica.
I mean two in the squad. I mean, man.
Boza,
Two-
Hannah, Antonio.
Oh.
Yes, you don't see no more who can play in the squad like what you mean, as in
Yeah,
who
out and
have
out
that
striker, like out and out striker. I don't see
out
any.
and out striker.
Yeah,
You said Boza. I'm sorry. Did you say Boza?
yeah, and Mikel Antonio. I don't see any more.
All right, take Michael Antonio out of it. You say you don't see anybody to replace Boza.
Yes, but I can correct it. I can correct it.
So here's what I'm saying now. Him not scoring now, right? And I think that we need to give somebody else a chance. Him half him just there's something going on. Him psychologically is just wrong. And I
Bro,
think the next 2
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, well, who is current to replace?
yeah, broke up.
That's not me. Like, who's the person to replace?
You broke it up. Can't hear you.
Ellie Sims, and some other man. We have to do recruiting though.
Yeah. So if we go next 2 games with this guy and him not score, right? Are we gonna use the same excuse and put him in the team again?
Yeah. We
Can
have to say,
what
Both are one of the most. Yeah, you say both are one of the most unfarmed players of the past couple of years. We can't. We are gonna do that until we bring him to a World Cup and him never scoring a goal, bro. We are got a World Cup.
We have
win
to
2
make
games
changes.
and come out like group. We are looking
Here's
for
what I take from the coach press conference, the first one, right? When him said Leon Bailey, I told Leon Bailey I want him to play like how we play for Aston Villa. And him said some stuff. Players need to be here if they want to be here. I think this is a no nonsense coach. I think if you're not performing, he's not gonna give a fuck who you is. He's gonna drop you.
Yeah, but what Jeremy, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you can still look a bit shaky.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
echo. Yeah, echo double. All right, so hold on. Mere somebody has said something in the comment section. Owen is saying, isn't Andy Cole isn't Andy Cole's son now in the championship? Why not see what he has to offer? But I think what people have to understand is this, right? Yes, we would want Andy Cole and everybody that is available.
Me no rate him, CC.
And
Well,
the
I'm
coach
yes,
decision, the coach decision.
all right, hear me. I say it's not about court decision alone. My thing is this: you have players have told us that it took them 2 years to 3 years to get their documentation. So some of these players it's not as easy. For example, if a player has if a player's parents, suppose they qualify through their grandparents, Germany, right? Your grandparents have on the old birth certificate. You know, look a the pink slip something when they write up. You know that, right?
Pink something.
There's a pink paper that is written up. And that me did have. Remember when me that go play basketball and the pink something that me did have. Me never have the birth certificate. The new birth certificate at the time. And in order for me register, I me that go look about certain documents, me that to get the new birth certificate. So if somebody's grandparents only have the old long time birth certificate, so what happens is that some of them have to apply for the new birth certificate to get documents, and then now the player now can piggyback from the grandparent or the parent to get their document.
So
Because
that is what.
remember, because they're not born in Jamaica, you know, you have to prove your
What me
connection.
think now the JFF and they're supposed to have a connection, but them find a way to make it be more smooth. You understand? So it not have to be that hectic.
No, but you still, Kimo, remember say they don't think they always kind of rocking no matter we have connection with it now. Because remember say same process where everybody else go through, same process them have to go through too.
Yeah.
So maybe that's I know me I know me on the side thing a while about if Boys are playing next 2 games and remember say Jamaica have a luxury for that dash players the same every day.
But at the end of the day, listen now, what kind of criteria we use? What's the criteria we use to pick
remember this, when I say dash about but remember Antonio never scored for a long time.
No, Tennessee, we're not saying scoring.
No man, but
games are we gonna go and he's not scoring? Are we gonna go 6 games, 8 games, and keep on
no
the same
matter but remember that team as Germany. Jamaica have a luxury for just Lego Boys and bring
No, all right, Tennessee, let me say this one more time, right? We have one name there at Costa Rica, right? We have just look on somebody. If it's not working, what do you suggest?
Better than them,
Leave it.
And a easy theater, bro.
I'm not Japanese matter.
You know, Cole and whoever. It's just not working for him.
Yeah.
So pick Germany.
You know, I'm just saying. All right,
you have to get somebody. You have to get somebody better. To me, brother, you have to get somebody better than him.
All right, so let me ask you this now. Just ask me. If we got the next 4 game and him not score, right? And we are struggle same way. What is your suggestion?
But look at it that way. We got Leon Bailey got 4 or 5 games and him not score and nobody now say job Leon Bailey.
All right.
Antonio got a long time without score too. A lot of people have said
Antonio was
Antonio got a long time without score and nobody doesn't say run him out that team.
No, of course, no people have said drop him.
Jamaica have a luxury if you don't dash the players.
You hear me say? What kind of impact Bowser have when him not score, when him play?
But you know,
answer the question now. What kind of impact?
If you get a better player, then Bowser
all right, watch out. What kind of impact Antonio have when him not score? May I ask you?
He has a lot of impact. He run and do everything.
So we can beat Bowser, can beat Antonio to make Antonio never that score.
Yeah, but may I ask you what kind of impact Bowser have when him not score?
May I read the comments? People in the comment section, please remember to subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to the channel as yet, Carlington Grant, subscribe. Owen says, where is Stuart playing now? Stuart is playing at Radniki, Nis, I think a Serbian club. He's unknown. Huh?
You never know my play.
Yeah, man, he's playing for Radniki's Nis at a Serbian club.
I heard he was doing good too, you know.
Well, I think he played 90 minutes. He played August the 30th, I think. So he had played 6 matches so far. He had scored no goals, but he has 1 assist.
That's kind of rough.
So I'm not really. Yes, he's an option. I'm gonna tell you, there's a problem with that too. You know, I'm wondering. Remember, he was one of those players where he broke the curfew thing and was suspended too. You know, when
Yeah,
they
man,
I
had,
him
think
one of
his
them.
days is done in
but
national team. His days is
people
done.
never pay him no mind because him not no superstar like Bailey. Nobody was
Mm-hmm.
paying him any mind.
Yeah, man, actually, I
But
told them to
but
get suspended the same time.
but what
Two
me
of them
ask,
get suspended at the same time, and but nobody never die.
me don't know who we can go to if them two man and now find a the two striker them. Who can we
Yeah,
go?
because we not nobody else, and like you kind of short man, so I'm just
No,
bringing
Tessie,
home.
I think you Tessie, you all up on the wrong thing. Nobody now said throw them out. What we saying, right? To keep on going 4, 5, 6 more games, right? And he's not scoring. What do we do? No, if the team are winning, people not gonna say nothing, right?
When
But if
that
we're
time they
not
come,
winning,
when
we're
that
not
time they
Tessie, if
come,
we're
the
not
coach will know if you do.
winning and he's not scoring, we have to make some changes, bro. Now, ask me who I don't know. That's the coach job to fix it.
But
But
you
to
can't
just say,
you can't say three more
well,
ten and bring in. You have
we
somebody in
not say
mind.
throw him out there, see. We just say something got to go. Come on, man.
They must strike for him at some time, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
all
say
right.
what?
If Bosa continue like this, if Bosa farm continue like this,
You know what I
and,
thought.
and
They never try. All right, go ahead.
if Bosa farm continues like this, and we're 2 months away from the World Cup, you would pick him to go to the World Cup,
If you
and
know
it
nobody else,
I
what you have to
would.
do?
I would.
and then we have Cameron
The
Archer.
only way means if you throw a
You
man,
hear
at
me?
least I get somebody better than him.
All right.
Who
Then
has score
listen
goal.
up. That's why we say now we have Cameron Archer and Ellis Sims.
No, but you don't have camera now, yet,
Is
so you can't
Wolf
take
still
take by that.
injured?
You know, just tell myself to ask you a question. Yeah,
The guy named Lee Cobret, is he still playing?
When we get them man, then we can
Man,
talk about
left
that.
Leaker,
But we
bro.
not get them in.
Yeah, bro, left Leaker, bro,
Nico
alone, man.
which
Them man,
break,
gonna
man.
yourself, man.
Nico which break.
Right now,
One
Boza
Nico
thing.
was
Antonio.
Nico
Right
up
now,
there.
Boza Antonio, I two best striker we have, so we have to go
Okay,
with them.
Tessie, here's what I'm saying to you, Tessie, right? You trying to look at us as being negative, right? And just to say, that we just want. But
Oh,
I'm not looking at it
no,
from that point. Well,
no.
Tessie,
Coming out this
I'm not
Germany.
looking
You
at
know,
that point of
right.
view. I'm just saying the guy is just not on farm, and it's like he's just not here. The club
But
and
Germany,
country, he's just
see,
not here.
what we are do, right? We are trying before we run from rapping where we are run, go, right?
That me
So
I say too.
that's all we are set to you. Like two things can make sense in a brother. Yes, you know the pan farm, but we are gonna drop him and pick up who.
Who we
But
are
that's
putting
the
that team?
point I'm trying to say. We need to start look now.
The whole
Yeah,
team is not
Maybe,
look.
maybe according to Tennessee, right? We are looking with somebody up in the Premier League. We don't have to be looking there. We can look and say, okay, who's the next person on farm right now? Who can we find? I'm not saying just go throw him out right now. No. What me I said to you, just listen what me I say. Next 2 game, next 3, 4 game, okay, this guy's not scoring. He get a low team in home in his stadium in front of the goal and still a miss. Something is wrong here about South Africa. Let's try and
You
change it.
know, play
That's
man. You
all
know,
I'm
play
saying.
football. That.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, brother, until we get somebody else so we know.
Can't
All
do
right,
it.
let me tell you.
But listen, but
It's just
Dubbo, we're
suppose
not
that,
gonna know unless we give somebody a try.
yeah, but who? All right, but me not know.
Me no know and you no know.
But
Yo,
watch you don't know.
Tessie,
Watch you don't know. As
tell me,
far as me
Tessie.
see right now, him and Antonio two best striker we have right now. We don't know who else will come up down the road. But we can't just say, well, if he not score, we're going to take him out of the team. How we are going to do?
And yeah, and so our discussion we have, right? The reason why I kind of defend Antonio, right? Antonio give a whole lot of different stuff than scoring, right? He do a whole lot. Boza does not give you that, right? And so I hope to God he can find farm for club or country or something, and for staff, but it just cannot continue like this, yo, because it's gonna be unfair to our next person too. If
Yeah, but Germany, as I'm saying, Germany.
Who's the next person?
At that we want to find.
yeah, but
Who's the
that
next
machine I
person?
keep on telling you I don't have the answer, and it's
Until
not
we
for me to
find
decide.
somebody, me not think coach I go through.
So Tessie, if something that come right now, right? Mason Greenwood. If let me ask you, if who do you take out now? Which I know this is not your decision, and the coach decision.
Me never know who that come out, but the coach will know who to
That's
take out.
exactly what I say, and that's not my
No,
decision. That's the
but
coach
the me say
decision.
is no,
Yeah,
but we
me not
cannot
afraid to
watch it.
say.
Hold on, gentlemen. We cannot approach a conversation where, for example, generally, bench and Kaim Dixon, right? And my thing is that you can't be mentioning that you would like this player cannot. All right, hold on, Owen. I understand say yeah, I get upset, but Roof, Owen is asking if Roof is retired.
In do have a club.
No, I think he's injured last. I just asked about
No,
him
in
a
do
while
have
ago.
a, in do have a club. In do have a club right now.
Okay, but he was injured the last 6 months or so. This guy is an
No, in no injured
injury
right now,
prone
but in
guy.
have a club.
Yeah. Rangers
Yeah,
let him go?
so it
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Owen Kemar Roof don't have a club. But my thing is this, gentlemen, right? When we have like a poser in the team or we have ex-players, yes, it is upon the coach to identify a player, but we are not, unless we are not, we don't want to say we are fanatics to the point where when we are coming and talking, we're going to say, oh, the coach. We understand what the coach job is already. But our job is we personally is watching the team and we are saying some of these players are not good enough. And we are going to discuss other players that we think can get an opportunity to be better in the position. But we cannot keep this thing and talk about, oh, we don't know, it's up to the coach. So if everything we're going to say is up to the coach, how are we going to go into a press conference and ask the coach, so coach, this player, Michael Hector is without a club. What was your thoughts on selecting him to the squad? Why are we asking that question? If it's the coach don't need to answer no question. The coach don't need to do a press conference. The coach just need to go and pick whomever he want to pick.
What do you mean by that?
I am saying to you, the coach, his job is to pick the team and all the coach the team, everything. But I am saying to you that we are watching as well, going to the games, whether locally or overseas. And if a player is not playing well and he played every game, we are supposed to ask the questions, coach, why is this player here and that player is not here? This player is performing at X club, but we are not seeing this player. But this player is not performing. Why?
Me think the question is about John Russell now because I don't think he's good enough. Because if two coach come and you depend on the bench all the time and I get the game, it's something I forgive, brother.
That is what but Master Tennessee comes back down to the question where if we are asking the question, coach, why is it that we've seen now for multiple windows, previous coaches would have picked a John Russell. You would have come and picked a John Russell, and we have not seen him gotten any game time.
So anyone Frankie really not good enough neither. Because
no, but what I say is Tennessee. It's about we can say a player is not good enough, but we don't have a player in our mind to replace that player. We're just saying this player is not good enough.
But no. That's not a good assessment. That's not a good assessment. Even though you may not have someone to replace him,
that is a good assessment because you don't
that person is not good enough.
But you can't. So then, what are you measuring him against?
We're measuring him against. We're measuring him against him coming in a squad, and two coach come, then call him, and not get a minute. So we are measuring him up against that.
So all right, so
and the position where he play.
So all right, we are down to.
And the position where he play. We really need somebody in a position.
I'm not going to put it like this now. We are down to 20 players now because 3 players now on a remove out of the squad. We are down to 20.
No. We can't remove nobody. Where's the attack?
Somebody has snore?
Oh, this man.
I got keep man.
If somebody has snore, you know.
I keep man.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to sleep.
Double, why you that a snore?
I keep man.
I got double, man, in quiet.
No, man, me not do them so.
I keep man.
I keep him, but yo, keep us doing the thing there.
No, man, right, I understand on the sentiments, you know, right? When you say, yo, people, basically, I can understand the sentiments when you say, yes, we want to see somebody better in the position. But for me, for example, when I say Michael Hector shouldn't be selected again because he doesn't have a club, I plug in Ian Frey, right? Yep. When I say, if I say Richard King did not play, so we can remove him from the squad and bring in a Mason Holgate and see what Mason Holgate has, right? Especially given the fact that Damian Lowe.
Do you sure that Mason Holgate that he want to play first? Because this one be going about for 7 years.
Definitely. They say man have a passport. The way they get a passport.
See, hearing is one thing, but seeing it is a different thing,
So
No, but listen, but it
How we
come back
never
down to the point to me. I say, brother, if everything we have to go wait till we see it, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in God?
Of course, brother.
Have you seen him?
No.
Okay. So faith without
So see,
Don't
so
see, but
you
the
can give
feel
me a
is
message when you
present.
pull out the passport and packet and show you say, see there, we have it.
yeah, see it, I mean have it.
You see, I
No,
felt
but,
this present. I never felt this passport present, though. I felt the Lord present.
no, but that is the thing, brother. Right now, to be honest, we have to be all right. Them said the faith, if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, it can scale mountains, right? So my thing is this: I have faith that Mason Greenwood will have his passport. I have faith that Reece Nelson will get his passport. I have faith that Mason Allgate already has his passport. Right?
And so here's why, and I agree with you with your faith base and all that. But what I've been seeing going
somebody
around
was asking if Williams is still in the mix for a striker. Romario or Williams?
Oh hell no, man. I think we passed some of these guys. He's in the USL still, if I'm not mistaken.
Tennessee say I think can fly.
But we sure from my plate.
Yeah, so Brethren, right? So I've been hearing about Reece Nelson coming in for a long time. I've been hearing about this person get their passport, this person, that person. At this point, most of these stuff is just, until I see it, this stuff been going on for a long time. Now I do believe that there's gonna be some players coming in, but who I don't know. I'm gonna stop speculating until I see it.
All right, let me tell you. You see, so Owen, so we only have 2 strikers and want to throw away everyone.
No one not throw away, brother. We just have to say, how long are we gonna go with people who's not performing?
We have to continue to go because they are the only options right now.
Yeah, but how are we gonna know if there's no option if we don't try somebody else?
Listen, it's not all right. So you come back down
it's
to
like what the man tried Norman Campbell yesterday, and in the first half he was shaky,
so
and the second half he looked better.
So who do you suggest try else?
Let me tell you that's up to the coach. I don't know.
So this is the thing, though. Remember, if we are giving analysis, right? And we are saying,
we have to have an answer to it.
All right. So for me, though, for example, when it comes down to the striker position, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 like strikers, and I believe some people, as you say, you move on from Romario, Williams, and those guys, but we can't move on from players if we don't have other bigger quality players.
At Tennessee, man,
we don't have better quality players to fit in the position. So a guy like Corberg on the dash way.
I don't dash a Corberg. You have to say you keep on saying, oh no.
All right. So Corberg for me, I think what to look on it, given the what we have right now. If Corberg is playing, then we can bring in Corberg for Boza, and Boza have to get some playing time and show him can make back the side. Because I think Corberg offers something different to Antonio. And Antonio have 5 goals in 20 games. Corberg have 9 goals in 35 games. So it's not like our strikers have been prolific. We have not had prolific strikers. So I don't see why we can't call back Corberg. And Corberg is pulling down a contract in MLS.
What about Flemings?
Even Junior Flemings is not a striker, basically still.
I thought he plays. You sure? What is he playing at in club right now? I thought he was playing striker.
When I say him rate Williams over Burke, even though both Burke plays in the USL Championship. Romario Williams plays in the USL Championship.
So you remember when this guy was the leading scorer in the USL, Nico Brett and Dean Kelly, they never get a call for the national team.
No,
they did not. Right? But
there's a reason why
Speedy Williams gets called.
There's a reason why never get a call, Germany.
Eh?
There's a reason why never get a call.
Why?
Because he was good, man.
The man was leading scorer.
In plateau a USL level and he never move forward.
But Speedy Williams was at USL level too. I didn't play with the
Yeah,
same team.
but we need somebody in a position where Speedy Williams is play. We never need
Yeah.
Nico Brett.
No,
I remember, so we still have.
I mean, they
Remember, we
can,
still have Corey Burke and them on that place. So
listen, we'd have to adjust the way we play. So if we leave Bowser, bring in even a Jonah Flemings, we'd have to know that Jonah Flemings, we don't play necessarily two striker, or we play 4-3-3.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now, Shamar Nicholson, that's the problem with our team, right? I believe that some players have too much they're too comfortable. Like when an international window come up,
Thank you.
feel like
Thank
Bowser
you.
no say you might get a call. You
Thank
know
you.
might get a call.
I don't think this coach is going to be that coach. I think he's going to shake up things. I think people have to earn their position.
have to call them.
Yeah, but I think he's going to. But you know, boy, I just. Whew. I just. All right. So here's my next question to you, bro. Right? Do we have a strong bench or do we have a weak bench? What have we got?
If we have a strong bench or a weak bench,
do we have a strong bench or do we have a weak bench?
The bench weak, man. When you have John Russell and them on the bench weak.
So something they have 8 matches, 3 goals. That's Javan East.
Mm-hmm.
Javan Watani East, you know, but I don't know.
You call the man Watani East, Lord of mercy. Yeah, the
last time he come on stadium, you know, get one ball, man, and kick and miss from 2 yards out, man.
I remember it too.
You still remember that basketball. Look at what you know your once I get that dash. Anyway, how was our bench to you, right? Our bench look strong to you or weak?
I believe like our bench is not the strongest right now, but I feel like the coach is still feeling out the team. So I believe that.
No, in general, before the coach come, right? So the starting 11 under Grimmy, right? And you look on the bench, and you just say, "Is our bench strong?"
Yeah, man, our bench was strong under Grimmy, I believe, at the time.
But I see him play them where used.
No, but the problem though, you have to understand, say over a period of time, players get worse, some players get injured, players don't recover well enough. So you can use the same player and the player doesn't give you the same thing that you got before.
But no, this is not, brother. Yeah, straight from this. What I'm talking is our bench right now, right? This last 2 games that we play, right? How you view our bench? Because it's the same players.
No, the bench. That's why I was saying to you, Jeremy Lee, you can have the same players, and you don't get. All right, some of the players aren't the same players. Jamal Lode is not the same player. Norman Campbell is not the same player. Some of the players aren't the same player.
Except for Norman Campbell. Jamal Lode played us before.
I said for the Copa America. But remember what I said to you, say, right? In the Copa America, like some of the players would have been look sharper in the Copa America compared to now. And I feel like the early part of the season, this is a rough international window to judge some of the players. I think October window, we can judge some. Owen is asking me, he says I watch JPL. So don't we have any forward that look the part in JPL? Do you want a JPL forward in the team?
No, make Tennessee answer that one thing.
Tennessee gone, man.
Tennessee gone. Oh my God.
Where's the double? Who are the striker we can carry from the Jamaica Premier League?
Double must have gone too, man.
Double. All right, so
ask the man who asked that question in the chat. Ask him to respond to it.
All right, so Sports and the Boss said Devante Campbell is the best winger in the JPL. So yeah, man. See, we have somebody from the JPL, Devante Campbell. They said, all right. Let me tell you who I believe them can bring in from the JPL Owen. Shaniel Thomas. That's the same name? Shaniel. You there from Cavaliers.
What position does he play?
Striker, man.
You think he's an option? See,
Yeah,
if I don't know him, so I cannot say yes or no. That's one thing with me. If I don't know, I have to do my research.
All right. Shaniel Thomas from Cavaliers. He scored 8 goals last year in the Caribbean Club Championship in 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
That was we playing Caribbean opponents, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he scored 8 goals from 8 games, and I think last season in the JPL, let me tell you, So I feel like he's one, and he's 23 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We just, I just, in the coach we trust, and I see some other stuff different from what the previous coach was doing. The the previous coach would take 10 games before we win one. Do you remember that? 10 games
Yeah,
before we
man.
win
Yeah,
one.
man.
And we were asked to give him time. No, I don't think Ireland is going to give his ass no 10 games. I think he's going to get 3 or 4 at Ireland, and that's it for him.
So I think Shaniel Thomas in the JPL.
Yeah.
Somebody
So
said
him.
Justin Dunn from
Mhm.
who's mentioned who comes back.
You have to call military go now because him is the expert on those players.
No man, here what man, them say me what they call it now. They say I am a you when name there I am a JPL champion.
Sympathizer.
Yeah, so they're asking. That's why you hear him there, so I come mention me, man. Justin Dunn from Tivoli Gardens. I mean, listen, let me tell you,
So
Germany.
everybody's gonna give out them player them like, right? Everybody give out them player them like. You understand? So, but one thing with me, if I don't know a player, I will not comment and say this player is not good. That's not how I operate. You have to do my research first and look on the player.
Yeah, and seems that Dunn was the top scorer in the JPL last season.
Who does he play for? Cavaliers?
Tivoli, he played 26 games, scored 16 goals.
Oh, I didn't know this. The guy for Tivoli was a leading scorer. I thought it was a guy from Dunby Holland.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
But I think he's coming in his own because he's 21 years old, you know. So yo, you're not telling a lie, sports on the ball. We can possibly because if Shamar Nichols is not playing so well right now, we can put in a Justin Dunn, give him some minutes and see what he can do.
I think, bro,
Remember,
this is what I think.
our first game is against Nicaragua, you know. I don't
I think the
Germany, I
coach
don't think it hurts to replace Shamar Nicholson with
So now
Justin Dunn.
you start to say something that I've been saying. Because what? You find a player?
Yeah. No, watch out now. Say Owen no, I say do read for Arnett. So we read for Arnett if him not good. He made the papers today wanting to be the listen. I mean Fabian
So
Reed is
you
33.
so hold on, brother, hold on, brother. Now I can get you from this man, right? So you willing to
Yeah.
replace somehow because you find a player in the JPL.
All right, listen what me I say, Germany.
Yeah,
Shamar
but yeah, listen.
Nicholson missed a point blank range shot. Plus, he does not look he doesn't look sharp and ready.
But that's what I've been saying. I've been saying that, bro.
So if he doesn't look sharp and ready, then brother, you have to go sit out that one here.
Then that man said, bro, look, the whole Copa the man don't score, right?
So yeah.
The whole the Copa him not score and him gets suspended in the Nation League quarterfinal. He come back in and he get 3 chances to score in the game against Panama and Tush. I think he played in and Tush, right? In Tush. So and then again now in play his confidence is gone, bro. Gone.
Yeah. I mean, Fabian Reed at 33 years old. I mean, yo, if I was
Mm.
giving somebody an opportunity, I give Justin Dunn the 21 years old. It's
But
so on a way.
I see Cameroon carry a 37-year-old team player back in our team, which is not a goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm no matter a man age, if I'm a player
No
good,
man, it's not really say a matter of a man age, but I feel like say the thing about it is that me I say Fabian Reed them in the league all along. It's not like him play him like when I look on a player, right? He's 33, the other player is 21, and the other player score more goal than him
yeah, all right.
in the
I would
same
love to
league.
make a bet with you right now. I would love to make a bet with you right now. I believe the next window, right? The
Yeah.
coach is gonna bring in a striker. Don't know who it is. He's gonna bring in a striker
We don't have to make a
from
bet. That is a given. Him I go bring you on a striker, man.
from somewhere. I don't know where, but he's gonna bring in somebody, and somebody is gonna get left. Don't know who it
RJ
is,
agree.
eh?
Somebody are gonna get left, yes.
But I don't know who it is. But I feel it's gonna. But I feel there's gonna be more players dropped. I don't know who it is. At least 2 players is gonna be dropped. You know what I mean? You're for good from the squad and won't come back.
Sports and the boss are done can be understudy for the future. I know people are gonna clip me, because when they hear JPL players, them get their feelings, right?
Yeah,
But
I'm not someone to write off anybody that I don't know about,
and that's
and
the
I think
problem. But
everybody should get a chance.
Generally, you see, this is my problem, right? A lot of
Yeah.
people write off a player because of where the player is playing. So you see, it's like we're telling the youth them said it doesn't make any sense. What you're doing doesn't make any sense because no matter what you do right here, right now, right, the JPL this season is going to be 39 games this
Mm-hmm.
season because last season they
39
had 20,
games. Whoa, that's like
39 games.
Whoa.
So if you look at it, 39 games for me, it only bodes well for the players. So I
Yeah.
feel like this season, a lot of the players have to come to the fore. I need to see a 30-goal striker in the league.
So if they're gonna play 39 games, then right, that means they're gonna play it twice per week,
Yeah. So that means that
and
they're
that's
going
a
to be
good
playing
thing. And that's
football.
a good thing.
Yes. Yes. So they're going to be playing competitive football right through. And
And
less
then,
time
and
to
then
do
you're
other
gonna
stuff.
play. Yeah, that's a good thing right there.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
And then I think people have to understand that there's a lot of sponsorship that came into the league. Portmore United have new ownerships that came in where they're coming from corporate owners, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mobile United has corporate owners as well. So you have the Sandals group that come in the league, the Stewards group has come in the league. Mount Pleasant have them rich own a long time. Arnett
Mm-hmm.
is getting an ownership group that is coming in. Veer Phoenix is there with Craig Butler. So a lot of stuff is going on in the league. I
And
feel
this
like
is good enough. This is good enough, right? Everybody on them corner with their money, right? And I spend it on the team, right? The
all
players
right.
get paid.
See,
Go ahead.
this is the thing now. Owen is saying what about Mothersill, right? Mothersill don't have the paper. So me can't say we can't bring Mothersill October. It's not possible to bring Mothersill October. Him have him,
I'm so you
if
know
him,
what? I'm glad you mentioned Malasil. I'm glad you mentioned him. What about this guy from Rangers that everybody was saying that he was coming in the midfield the last window? Oh my god. This guy from oh my god, man. If anybody can remember that guy from Rangers that everybody was gonna say he was gonna come in the midfield and command the midfield during the Nations League and the Copa. Oh man, let me try to remember his name. And everybody was singing his name that yes,
see, this is the thing now. Owen, the one thing I'm sure about, when I remember the person I said Germany,
never look him up real quick.
the one
Go
thing
ahead.
I'm sure about is that Justin Dunn, I am sure Justin Dunn has his documents. I'm not so sure about Mothersill. So I can't speak on Mothersill. Anybody that can speak on Mothersill, bring forth his documents. He said Dujan Sterling. So we just call everybody out of the bat. We just call every player name I want to have. Come on now, bro. Me just Dujan Sterling, no matter my boss. Germany, Dujan Sterling. Germany.
Yeah, what are they? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, realize the Rangers youth you were asking about is Dujan Sterling.
Yes, yes. So this is what they do. Crap, and he's
We
gonna
need him still
come.
enough. We
Yeah,
need him.
yes, he's gonna come in, and that's why I said, brother. I mean, now until we see a player slump on the bench and suit up, that's when I will say stuff.
Yeah,
We just
but me
tired
tell
of
you,
it.
Germany, if I mention a player and that player gets picked, them have them documents already. So I'm not have to worry.
So
So a
you
player
are
like
telling me, that
Justin
they have him document.
Dunn, me say have him documents.
But I thought, who is Justin Dunn?
He plays for Tivoli Gardens.
But yes, but am I Jamaican? That's what I said. No, that's what I'm. Listen to me. I'm said to you, what I'm gonna say. I would not judge a player if I haven't seen play, no matter when play. I'm not like that. I have seen play first, and then because to be honest with you, bro, I was watching the JPL playoffs, and I was disappointed, really disappointed. There's a
because
couple
why?
players. There's a couple players that actually left the USL and go down. There's a few that was play. Even Alex Marshall. I wasn't impressed by what I see with Alex
Yeah, they
Marshall.
say Justin
And,
Dunn soon leave the JPL. Kevin Cowan is his agent, the same as our guy, the same as Kaim Dixon, same
mhm.
agent. Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
you know,
understand where I say like Alex Marshall and those players should have given a better account of themselves.
yes,
Yeah, I think
but you know,
Nicky
did you
O'Daly
see that?
coming back in the team should give coming back in the JPL should give a better account. Listen, let me tell you what the problem is. I believe it's not the league that the players are playing; it's the professionalism. Let me tell you why Germany, right?
Mhm,
Some of these players, and I think that's where the sponsorship will help. When players come in, when sponsorship come in, and players are held to their contract where you're supposed to get paid. If you are pay them weekly or monthly, depends how you pay them. But every month they get their pay and they get what they negotiated for. No short pay.
mhm,
Um and they get access to proper training and access to proper medical and those things.
mhm.
I feel as if the professionalism will go up when those things come into play. But if the issue is if you do not get payment and time and all of those things, it can affect a lot of players. And I feel like
O-
it can drag down the league. So I think
Okay, so talking to listen to Mr. Speed, you know, me, you're the last time, right?
yeah.
And from what he was saying, he was trying to improve the league so that the coaching get better, the players get paid, and the coaches get paid. Because when I think about talking about a coach have three jobs, how the hell is that going to work? And I remember I was talking to a certain blogger about it, right? And he said, "Yeah, man, we have to make money, man. Come on, bro, right? You have a man that teach a certain high school, and I call him name, and he must teach at the high school, and he must train two football club, right? He must coach, a head coach for two football
No, but
club.
no, but see something there, head coach for Mount Pleasant, and he's head coach at Cornwall.
But okay, this is one of the things we are trying. But how is that working now? Do you think that's something good?
No, I don't think so. That just shows the lack of coaching in the country.
There you go. And
Why
I'm
why you
talking about.
need to
But
have the
sometimes it's
coach
for the
that is
money.
coaching?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not good, right? The next one, let me say, one coach teach our school, and a coach two school, as coach
Listen,
another school.
I just think that the rules should be somewhere in this. I understand that they want to make money, right? But
Yeah,
in the sense that if you're getting Mount Pleasant is a well-paying club, why would you like? I don't think Mount Pleasant should allow their coach to be coaching no other team.
that's what I'm saying. But I think according to Mr.
If I pay
Speed,
you good enough, Germany, right?
yeah,
You come to me and you say you want $5, and I give you $5. Say me I go say,
hmm
you know what, Germany say you want $5. Because of the market, me can afford $6. I give Germany $6.
hmm
Germany should not take up employment doing the same thing. For example, if it is that you want, say you want to go and do YouTube, that's fine. When so as long as you're not doing things that are going to cost us our image. However, I don't think you can take up a coaching of a next team, whether it be in a team, the team is not in the competition that we're playing, because I need full focus on the squad that we have, and I think we need time to develop the players up to the level where they can become national and international players. So I believe that when the coach one brain is split four different ways, it does not help the player and it does not help the club and does not help anybody. It only help him and his pocket. And I feel like that is one of the things that they have to look at. I think Portmore United seems to be paying pretty decent. Mount Pleasant pays pretty decent. Um, Cavaliers not pay anybody more than Mr. Speed because he's the owner, the coach, and the sporting director. He's everybody, head cook and buckle washer. Um, Arnett Garden seems to pay. See, Arnett Garden seems to have the facilities to can pay their coach very well. So something that Chaperton Maroons is paying, like I think they had a Brazilian coach at one point in time. Mobile United can pay them coach well. So I think we have adequate amount of teams in the league that can pay them coach well. So I don't think some of these coaches should be going to other schools. You should leave the schools them to the new coaches that are coming into the game. And once these coaches they're basically wetting their beak, Germany, per se.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
they wet their beak in the schoolboy football, and then if it is that an opportunity opens up in the Jamaica Premier League, they comes in. And I think some of the Jamaica Premier League coaches, they should be looking to go to the USL and looking to see if they can go international. So I think all of these things, there's so many facets and so many layers. But I mean, generally, with show on 2 hour,
Yeah, man.
Sports on the bar said CC once a goal scorer, it doesn't matter the league he plays in. We can make a bet tonight. I feel as if the coach is going to bring in a Jamaica Premier League striker in the team.
I know they got to bring in somebody in the team.
I feel like a Justin Dunn is going to get an opportunity in the team, or a Shariel Thomas. Because
you think the next window?
Yeah, man, the next window. Because guess what? What will happen? I feel like Adrian Reid might drop out, and they bring in a defensive midfielder, and I think a Boza might drop out, and then they give a local that spot.
And I think, you know, and here's what I would love for him to Boza. Him get dropped, and the reality sinking, right? Say he's not automatic pick. He get dropped and he's sinking, right? And the man will get the opportunity, grasp it with 2 hands. And this is a wake-up call for everybody. So when people think that, you know, you're advocate for a man get dropped, no. We are advocate for a man, for everybody realize that they're not God, that their spot can come and go anytime. You understand? So they have to stay upon them toes and be ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, that's the case still. But as I said, yeah, Owen, big up yourself. I spoke about Ian Frey. Sports on the ball, big up yourself. Jeremy Lee, big up yourself. Double, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. So we have to make the next one and organize it up much better.
Yeah.
And make the masses and crew there, so man. All right.
Yeah, man. We are gonna organize the other one better. I think this was kind of rushed, but I thank everybody for being a part of it. You have to understand that little is much when God is in it.
What them say 1-1 cocoa full basket.
Yeah,
right?
man. You look like your my son so tonight. The man say little is much when God is it. You sound like a church, my dear father. But I say this to say, like, the support, bro. Like, we just appreciate the support. The Reggae Boyz community is doing a lot to promote fun engagement and everything in the game, and just drive that fun engagement, because we're going to need it going on to the World Cup. And I feel like you have to just go on show. Like, for me, it's not just about the talk, it's about the walk. And I think that's what the Reggae Boyz community is doing. Remember, people, this is CC Sports Lab, the host tonight. You have Double here, the man behind the scenes of Reggae Boyz community. You have Jeremy Lee, resident analyst and panelist on this show.
I'm also part of the Reggae Boyz community.
Part of the Reggae Boyz community as well. You have Hunter Sports, part of the Reggae Boyz community. It's a movement, people, you understand? Each one build one. And bless up everybody. Have a good night. Owen. Please remember to subscribe, like, share this video, and the replay. It will be uploaded to the Reggae Boyz community channel. So just have a good night, everyone, and peace out.
Yeah, man. Look more.